What's up, everybody? It's Kevin, and I just got out of the movies. I saw the movie Rambo: Last Blood, and I have to say, I was going in there expecting an over-the-top, action, blood and gore, last blood, lots of blood, and there was a lot of that. But it was actually, the story was really heartfelt. I mean, I got a little choked up in certain scenes, and just watching it come together, I don't think they're going to make any other ones. I mean, it kind of had a definitive ending, but watching, First Blood, I believe it came out in 1981 or 82, and just the culmination of all the, the Rambo movies, I would say the first one is still probably the best, and, I like the one that came out 10 years ago, the one that was just called Rambo, and then this one, 2 and 3 are kind of little wonky, a little over the top, and that's where it kind of lost people, but the first Rambo, and then the last Rambo from 10 years ago, and then Last Blood, which, I had to go see it because you have all these crazy people saying the toxic masculinity, and it's just a, Trump America and this and that, and he's fighting the toxicity of the Mexican border, but I'll just sum it up real quick. So basically, it starts out, John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, forgive me, I don't know the names of any of the other actors, but, Sylvester Stallone. So he's there, living on a ranch with, I want to say it's his sister, but, so this woman's living there, and, she is the aunt of, this other young woman who, is 18 or 19, and she's on the ranch of John Rambo, and they're riding horses, and they're talking, and she's basically saying, oh, well, what did you want to do when you grew up? And he said, I wanted to be a soldier. And she's like, oh, my age? And he's like, no, before that, because that was Vietnam, he got drafted, but, the character, he wanted to go to war. And she's talking about she was separated from her father. Her father left, really, and the mother died, so she's being taken care of this woman and John Rambo. And she's figured out where her father is and wants to go to Mexico. He's in Mexico, and she wants to go there and visit him. And so she goes there, and you can only assume what happens. And she's taken in by, these drug lords, and it's basically sex slaves. They make her into a sex slave, and they put her on heroin or some other drug. It's I would assume it's heroin. It's in a needle, and they keep giving it to her so that, she can perform, the sex slave acts. And so Rambo goes there, and on first confrontation gets his ass kicked, and then meets up with this journalist whose sister died to these drug lords, sex slavers. And, Rambo goes back home, and he recoups, and then he goes back and kills the one brother of the two drug dealers, and then gets the niece, and he takes her back, and they're talking in the car, and she actually just dies because of the heroin. And then it's just sad, man. It really is. And then the last 25, 30 minutes is all what you'd expect out of a Rambo movie, but I was really choked up. I was really taken in by it. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I thought it was just gonna be all action, blood, and guts, and there was more of a story in there than you would think. And I have to say, it's rated R. I believe on the tagline it's like graphic violence and blood and guts and this and that. And there's not many people here, to be honest with you. Maybe 20 people in the movie theater. And just as the previews are ending, there's a family coming in, a husband and wife, I would assume, another kid, and a freaking baby. They brought a baby into this movie. And the first scene, it's not even anything crazy in the first scene. It's actually nice and, sweet, the first scene. But it's loud. It's a movie theater. And this baby is wailing and screaming and crying, and then they left. But it's like, why would you bring a baby, let alone any movie? But this thing was like a freaking infant. Like, not even 6 months old, and they're bringing a baby to it, which, I don't know, some of these parents, they're a little crazy. So, I highly recommend going to see Rambo: Last Blood, and, let me know if you guys saw it, what you thought. I'm gonna put in the title here, spoilers, because I kind of just rattled off, I'm in my car right now, I literally, just saw the movie, so I'm just going right off my memory, but I highly recommend it. I highly just recommend just buying a ticket, and it's only an hour and a half. It's 90 minutes, and that includes credits too. So I would say it's probably only an hour and 20 minutes if you're just gonna not watch the credits. So it's fast, it's quick pace, but it really gives you a lot of feeling. And just the end too, the end scene, they kind of go through all the other movies showing archival footage, and it's just sad because it's like all these guys that we grew up watching, like Sylvester Stallone and all these movies, like you saw it in Creed, like it's just it's sad. You're seeing all these great guys go, and not that but he's in his 70s, and it's like, where are the new stars? There aren't any. It's really sad. But this was a great end to the Rambo franchise. They have a lot of these franchises they keep pumping out. Like, you're going to have Terminator in another month or so. And it's like, with Terminator Genesis, watching Terminator Genesis when it first came out, it was kind of like meh. But I've actually seen it a couple times on TV and appreciate Arnold. So I don't know what to expect of the new one. I mean, actually, I kind of do. It's, all the female, the wokeness. But it's just sad to see all these action heroes go. And, but a great end to the Rambo series. I would say with the Rambo series, 1, 4, and 5 are must watch. 2 and 3 is just kind of eh. But altogether, it does make for a great series, and it is very complimentary to it is the 80s in a sense. It's the 80s, and then you have the one that came out in 2008 and this one. So I know I've been rambling, but go see Rambo Last Blood. I'm going to put spoilers in the title so everyone knows, spoilers. So, let me know what you guys think. Give me a like, a thumbs up, thumbs down if you're, didn't like it. Leave me a comment, tell me what you thought, and stay tuned. Have a good day, guys. Bye.